Hello, guys. Today we are doing something spectacular. All right. I want to start talking on tithes. We need to explain things very well into details. It looks as if many people has been so much indoctrinated to the point that if you tell them tithe is no more, it's like a holocaust to them. It's like you are disturbing their mental faculty. But the truth must be told, guys. Truth must be told. Because do you know something? If you continue to pay tithe, you are bullshitting the salvation and the Adam, the grace of God. That is it. Okay. So we will take time to study tithe theologically and also principle. Then at the end of it all, we will all come to the knowledge of the truth. It is because of the truth that is why I'm here, so that we all understand. And if you have any contentions or any throwback, you can put it in the comments. Please, there should be no sarcastic emphasis. We should respect each other and let us divert the truth accordingly. No attack on personality, but let us just go into the word and see how God will help us all to understand. All right. Now, tithe is part of the 613 laws which God gave to the Israelites. So, if you believe that tithe is of the law which is recorded in the Torah forms the basis of Judaism. Remember, the Israelites, they are the Jewish nation, and their religion is Judaism. That is their religion. At the time, there was no Christ. Christ was not made known to them, and they see Christ as a Messiah who is supposed to come. Until today, as we speak, to them, Christ has not come. You understand? And the Torah comprises of Genesis, Numbers, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and the rest. All right? So, our mission here is to make it clear. So, the 613 laws recorded in the Torah, which is the Old Testament, are for the Judaism people, the Judaism movement, the religion called Judaism. They are entitled or commanded to observe all the 613 laws given to them by God, which includes tithes. So even in the book of Malachi, which most pastors quote to make emphasis to the paying of tithes and offerings, it is all geared towards the Judaic laws, so that people will come to the knowledge that they are robbing God for not paying tithes. All right. So the movement of Judaism, the religion Judaism, they were at fault. They couldn't perform all the laws. That is the problem God had with them. You know, in that we have, these are made of the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes, the Levites, and those kind of group of people. In totally, these are all the Jewish people. So God wanted mankind to know him. So he appointed one nation through the promise he gave to Abraham. Then it went on to Isaac and then Jacob. Then from Jacob, the descendants of Jacob, his children, which are the 12 tribes of Israel, they form the nation Israel, because Jacob, his name was changed from Jacob to Israel. You understand? So all the descendants form the 12 tribes of Israel, and they were into Judaism worship. What I'm trying to drag your mind towards is that at the time of the law of tithes, there was no Christianity. Nobody was a Christian, and nobody can be called a Christian. They were all practicing Judaism. All right? So, at the dispensation of time, when the law was so weak that it could not perfect the people, because they always default, they always fall short of the laws. Nobody was able to do the law. And the requirement of the law is like that even if you do all the law 612 and you mix the 613 one, according to the law, you have defaulted all the 613 and you must be punished for it. And the people were not upcoming. Even in the wilderness, they were dying when they murmur, just murmuring. Like today, people will murmur and curse out the government, the problem going on, economic situation, like making all those comments. Oh, God will strike them, boom. One single day, God killed 23,000 people just for murmuring. You understand? So why do we want to stick ourselves to such laws when it has been taken out of the way? So God make all these distributions so that it is out of love. He said, if the Judaism practice cannot bring salvation to the people, then he himself will become a lamb and save the world. This time, not just the Jewish people, but he's coming to save the whole world. All right? So, with time, when God was dealing with the Jews, he turned a man into God. God turned a man. Listen carefully. God made a man to be a God. That was Moses. He said, I'll make you a God unto the people. Then his brother Aaron will be his prophet. So at the time when a man-made God was trying to bring salvation to the people of God, they all failed. And they all died in the wilderness. It is only few souls that survive. It was their descendants who Joshua and Caleb carried to the promised land. Do you understand? The man-made God could not survive, could not make it to the promised land himself. Neither the very people that he brought out of slavery. The very people that were given the laws, none of them survived. Then, at the dispensation of time, when man made God, a man was made God, fail, then God made man. God made himself into a man to come and save the rest of the world. So, I don't know if you can follow. At first, there was a man, Moses, who was made God. He failed just for one nation. Salvation couldn't work. Then God made himself a man to come and save the whole world. How wonderful is that? And when Jesus was born, he was born into Judaism. Don't forget, Jesus didn't just appear as a Christian. No. Jesus came under the law. He was born in the dispensation when the law was the yardstick to bring people to God. So he was born under the law to deliver all those who were under the law. I hope you understand. Yes, so we need to get the facts from the Bible. And when Jesus was born under the law, he compelled himself to follow the rules of the law because he was under the law. He was born under. Whilst redeeming the time, he walked circumspectly to make sure he never deviate the law, but to fulfill the law. That is why he came. Christ came to fulfill all the laws, all the 613 laws that were given in Judaism. So he came to fulfill all of them, including tithes, offerings, and seed. He came to fulfill all. So, by virtue of Christianity, since the law demanded has been fulfilled, that means the followers and Christ himself do not have to do anything by the law because he has fulfilled them. He ended the law. By ending the law, it means that the conditions of the law, the requirements of the law, the observance of the law, he met all of them. So no one no longer live by the law. Even today, so many people who claim, as for me, I will pay tithe till I die. As for me, when I was born in the olden days, when we go to Sunday school, blah, 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 fine. But you see, you are doing it out of ignorance. It is out of ignorance. It's not like you know. And see, we were all born into this title. When we were born, we came to meet them. We heard preachers, pastors talking about it. So we feel guilty if we don't oblige to the teachings of come and pay tithes, come and give offering, come and do this. It is man's institution that they brought out of Judaism and established it. You see, look at this. Under the law, like the woman that was caught in adultery. You see, I told you that Jesus was born into Judaism. So the law was working. So most of the things that they asked Jesus, they were asking Jesus concerning the law. The Messianic, the Mosaic law and all that. So at one time they said, we caught this woman out of adultery. Let us go and trick him. See, so that is what they were doing to Jesus. So this man claims to have come from God, blah, blah, blah. Let's go and trick him and see what he will say. You understand? Whether he will disobey the law, then we can kill him. So they went to Jesus and said, Lord, we caught this woman in adultery. Feeling right there, handed. What shall we do to her? Do you understand? And as wise as Jesus is, he said, what does your law say about catching somebody committing adultery? What does the law say? See, so what I'm trying to say is that